Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Find light in the beautiful sea. I choose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see, a vision of ecstasy.
Hey guys, so today I've done a makeup tutorial with neutral eyes and red lips. I know that I haven't done much like fun coloured lips tutorials on my channel, and that's why I'm doing this today. I have used some of the Makeup Geek stuff that I showed you yesterday in what I got for Christmas. So that was very, very exciting. I did have some technical difficulties with my lashes. This one, I put the lash glue and I set it down to dry, and I did like my contouring and all of that, and then it was too dry on this eye, so sorry about my phone, and it was too dry, so I reapplied some glue, and then the inner corner wouldn't stick, so the inner corner looks not as good as this eye, but sometimes that happens in makeup, so you just go with what you have. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and if you want to know exactly how to recreate this look, then keep on watching. This step never changes. I'm using NYX's eyeshadow base in Skin Tone to prime my lids. I'm putting this all the way from lid to brow and underneath the lower lash line to help all the shadows stay in place throughout the day. Then I'm using Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie eyeshadow. I've taken that on a big fluffy brush. I'm using this as a transition shade because once you go in with your crease shade and your lid shade, you want a good base, like transition blending color, to be in your crease a little bit so everything else looks much more blended out. Then I'm taking Makeup Geek Shimmer eyeshadow. I've taken that on a flat synthetic hair brush, and I'm putting this all over my lid. As you can see, I tug on my lid a little bit, not all the time. I don't do this all the time, I just do it sometimes. As you can see, for this eye I didn't do it, so yeah, I'm just putting this all over my lid. Then again, I'm using Makeup Geek eyeshadow in Frappe, and I'm taking that on a crease stone brush. And I know that I've done this technique a few times and I may get repetitive, but this is the phase I'm in where I have a really light shade on the inner corner and a darker shade on the outer corner. That's just a phase I'm going through. So I'm applying this first on the outer corner of the lid and slowly blending it up, not putting it too much in the inner corner, like I said, sticking to the outer corner. Then I'm taking that big fluffy brush again with no additional product and just blending around the edges so it looks much more flawless. Then I'm using Makeup Geek eyeshadow in Cocoa Bear, and I'm taking that on another flat shaded brush. I'm using this just in the very, very, very outer corners of my lid and outer corner of my crease, just to deepen it up. I wanted to stick with the browns instead of doing like a black because I just like it, like, you know, all warm browns together. Then with the crease brush, I'm going to blend in between those two shadows with no additional product, just once again to make it much more buffed out and seamless. Then I'll go back in one more time with the big fluffy brush, again no additional product, and blending around the edges once again. Now I am reapplying some of the shimmer because with all the blending and other colors we put on, you can lose intensity of that. So once I do that, I'll go back in with the crease brush, again no additional product, and blending once again. Now I'm using shimmer again on an angle brush to highlight underneath my brow. So I put it firstly on the higher point of my brow, right underneath the arch, and then blending around the corners. Then I'm using the L'Oreal gel liner. This is the black one, and I'm using this to apply my eyeliner. I was much better at applying my eyeliner this time while filming, so I'm very proud of myself for that. But then my lashes went and messed it all up, so that wasn't too good, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. So as always, I'm doing quite a thick line with a wing. That is just what I always do. Then I'm using Garnier BB Cream in the shade Light. I'm taking that on the Makeup Geek Foundation stippling brush. I have sped this up because it takes me quite a long time. This brush is amazing. I was using the foundation paddle brush before, but oh my gosh, after getting this brush, it makes like everything just, it doesn't look like it's sitting on your skin. It looks like it's just natural. It's amazing. And I haven't tried it yet with foundation, so I can only imagine how much more flawless it'll look when you apply foundation. Then I'm just covering up some blemishes with the BB cream, no concealer because I don't want to put too much on my face. So I'm just sticking with one product for all over the face. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer and Highlighter Duo in the shade Fair. I'm using the concealer only to put it underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to rub it in with my fingers because my fingers have a lot more warmth than a brush would. I'm using this to conceal any darkness, bags, redness underneath your eyes, and also to clean up any fallout from underneath your eyes as well. Then I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder in the shade Medium. I'm taking that on another Kabuki brush. This used to be my old foundation brush, but that's long gone now. I'm using this to set my entire face so nothing moves around throughout the day. Then I'm going to use the Palladio Brow Pencil in the shade Brown. I'm taking the spoolie side first and brushing through my brows in case there are any powder or anything like that in them. Then I'm going to fill them in with the pencil. It looks quite choppy at the moment when I first fill them in, but then I will go back in with the spoolie and brush it all out so it does look much more natural and blended out after this step. So I just start from the end of my brows and work my way to inside, and then I'll take the spoolie, like I said, and brush through it. Like you can see, it becomes much more natural, much more kind of buffed out and not as choppy. Then I'm going to take the W7 bronzer. This is just called the bronzer. I'm taking that on a big fluffy brush. I'm not really contouring very harshly. I'm more bronzing my face. That's a phase I'm going through. So I apply it underneath my cheekbones just to give it some definition. And then I'll fluff around on my temples and a bit on my forehead. This is just going to sculpt out the face just a little bit and also give the face a little bit of color. This is much more on the natural side. Then I'm going to use the Makeup Designery blush in the shade Glow. This is also from Makeup Geek. And then I'm using that on an angled blush brush and applying this first on the apples of my cheeks and working it back into my temples. This is a beautiful peachy coral shade with a bit of gold shimmer. It's supposedly the dupe to the NARS Orgasm. Then I'm going to use the Sugar Baby Glamour Rays Graduated Bronzing Powder, and I'm taking that on a big fan brush and applying this as a highlight on my cheekbones and my temples, my nose, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and right in the inner parts of my forehead for a very natural highlight. Now I'm going to be applying my lashes. I'm using the Demi 120s from Ardell. I've taken that on with tweezers and applying it with Duo Eyelash Glue, the dark tone one. That does dry dark, so don't worry. Now I'm going to put Peach Smoothie on a small pencil brush. I'm just rubbing that underneath my eyes. Once again, I like to do what I do to the top. I do the same thing to the bottom. It looks a lot more natural and kind of just blended in. Then I'm taking Frappe again on an angled brush and applying this very gently and tight lining right underneath the lashes. You want to stick as close as you can to your lashes when applying a darker shade underneath there. Then I'm going to take the Designer Brands lip liner. This is the shade 626 Fire Red. And after lining my lips, I'm going to use the Prestige lipstick in the color Stop. It's a very, very bright red, and I'm just applying a coat of that on my lips. And then I'm going to use the Maybelline Falsies mascara. I'm going to put a coat of this on my lower lashes and also to bind my natural lashes in with the fake ones as well. And then I'm going to use the Palladio shadow and liner stick. It's called In the Buff. I'm using that to line my waterline, and after that you are all done. So that's the completed look. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.